Okay, just to give you the results of that first Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship race. It was a win for number 77 Steve McDermott with his MGZR from the similar car, number 66 of William Sharp. In third place was 53 Mark Baker with the MGF. In fourth place 24 Jack Woodcock's MGZR. Fifth place 83 Phil Walker's MGZR. In sixth place number 5 Stuart Plotnick's MGF, second of the MGF class. Seventh number 30 Andrew Robinson's MGZR. Eighth number 46 Mark Grant's MGZR. Ninth number 3 Adrian Olson's MGZR. And 10th number 42 Simon Kendrick's MGF. And we had a close finish for 13th and 14th overall, but in Class A it was won in the end by number 14 David Amphlett from number 2 Jim Bainham, who picked up a 5-second penalty. So although he finished ahead of David Amphlett on the road with the 5-second penalty.
Here we are in Park Family. Race 1 just finished. How was race 1 for you today?
It was great fun. I really enjoyed it out there.
Do you know what? I've just put my hand, it's baking these, aren't they? What's it like inside there?
It is pretty hot, yeah. So yeah.
There's quite a quick turnover for you guys for race 2, of course. What's the plan? What's the expectation for you heading into race 2?
My expectation was not to be too much at the back. I'm not like the last one, so that's all right. But it's my first season, my third race, so yeah. Just enjoying it and discovering a bit the limits.
Is this discovering the limits?
Yes,
I like that safely as well. I like to see
more
that.
skidding than I should have done. Yeah. I'm not sure that's supposed to do that, but it's fun.
I think the best thing about this is you said it's fun. You've got a big smile on your face.
Exactly.
Enjoy race 2, won't you? Thanks for talking to us. Right, I'm down here in Parc Fermé. Race 1 has just finished, but of course we are preparing for a fairly quick turnover for race 2. I'm down here with Alan Forster. Now, Alan, I've had to come down here because this car is an absolute monster, isn't it? Absolute monster. Montego Maestro, is that right?
Yeah, Maestro 2-litre EFI. Yeah, it gets a lot of attention in the paddock. New car to me. It's only the second meeting. Yeah. Still a few teething problems with it. It's not quite got enough power. So I need to make a few tweaks for race 2 and try and get a bit further up the grid.
Is it fixable? Is there something you can do for race 2? Or are you just going to kind of use this as a bit of a test session?
It's had so much change between the 2 meetings that I'm sort of narrowing down on it. So I think I'm getting there. But yeah, some tweaks and.
Come the end of the season, you'll be the fastest car in the grid, right?
Well, at the moment, I've got in the class. There's only 2 cars, so I'm either going to come first or second. So it's not too bad.
You're guaranteed a trophy.
Yeah. So that's that's good news.
Alan, congratulations. Well done. Best of luck for race 2. Cheers.
Championship number 14. And because of the penalty that Jim Bainham got, ended up winning the class in the previous race, although they were having a good old battle at the end of that race. 30 and 14 then row 7. Row 8, number 28 Christopher Pollard, and 12 Nick Golhard. 28 and 12 row 8. The 9th row, number 2 Jim Bainham, with work ahead of him. He's going to get on terms with David Amphlett, but one to watch there. Number 69 Peter Head in the invitation class, MGB 2 and 69 row 9. The 10th row, number 11 Chris Millard, and 71 Carl Bate, 11 and 71 row 10. The 11th row 70 Anthony Bate and 97 Ray Lovell, 70 and 97 row 11. The 12th row 59 Ashley Barnes and 47 Mathieu Doré, 59 and 47 row 12. The 13th row 9 Christopher Flukes and 39 Alan Forster, 9 and 39 row 13. And at the back number 15 Vincent Hunt. 15 completes the grid.
Gutted to hear about the, was it a penalty for Jim Bainham?
Yes, not respecting track limits. I did get a chance to mention it once, but that was when he was not actually featuring as prominently as he did by the end when he took the lead of the class.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think Amphlett will be very pleased with that, really, because he was leading it all the way through so convincingly, then suddenly disappeared down the road. I'm not sure if it's come to your attention yet, if I'm honest, Ian, but there's a humongous amount of black clouds making their way over near Copse. But
gosh, it hasn't, you know.
It's still sort of, it's travelling almost past the circuit, but one of the marshals down here warned me that we may get wet very, very soon. So. I've just been out to, when I went to the loo, I just nipped and closed the windows that I mentioned on my car. They were open before.
What's the point of having the Silverstone bypass if it doesn't help the clouds go by without affecting the circuit?
Indeed. But yeah, they look like very menacing clouds off to that side, but I think we'll be okay. You never know, though. This is motorsport.
Oh, they're too high.
Yeah.
sun shines, don't put a dampener on the day. It'll stay away.
It's been a beautiful day, though, to be fair.
It's turned out better and better as the day's gone on. That's right, yeah, absolutely.
And it's nice here at Silverstone because it is so flat. You can see so much of the environment and so much of the weather around you as well. It's not sort of concealed by anything, so you do get a bit of an early weather warning as the MGs make their way out. Good to see car 44 is out in this race, I should say, out on track, which is nice to see. And the number 75 car, wasn't that the one that was on fire?
Yep.
It's back out.
Yes, it missed the first race, but that's great. I mean, as I said before, Darrell Davies, a real MG exponent, and if he couldn't fix it, nobody could. But doing it at the circuit is quite an achievement.
Yeah,
whatever the damage may have amounted to. But
it didn't look too badly damaged either, to be fair.
Well, I think there was first of all, him pulling off the track as soon as it went on fire going through Brooklands, and then the marshals, of course, were quick on the scene as well as ever. So.
Good joint
and we'll just say it now because we've got another race, the kart race to go, but the marshals, as ever, have done sterling work today. The weather has been much kinder to them than it was yesterday.
Yeah,
but
sure.
As ever, thank you all for all that you do, and please keep coming back and enabling everybody to enjoy their motorsport. Without marshals, it wouldn't be possible.
I second those comments. It's been brilliant, and the quick turnaround as well, even when we have had incidents, and especially yesterday, you know, the work they were doing to make sure that everything still ran on time, and even if it was only a couple of minutes behind schedule, the fact that we were so close to said schedule was brilliant. So once again, hats off to you all.
The marshals and the people in race admin, because they've done, and race control, they've done a great job as well. The BARC have excelled themselves.
Yeah, I've always found that you know, the BARC, the events that they do, it's great to be a part of it. You know, you do meet some brilliant people at all events that you do, but yeah, the BARC group have been a real joy to work for so far. So thank you to them, and hope it continues for a long time, because I quite like doing this, you know, Ian. I'll be honest with you, I quite like this.
This being
commentary.
Oh, really?
I hoped I'd make a career in it, but I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, I must admit. I am in a sauna though, but yeah, maybe the sauna might steam up soon if it rains.
The worst sauna I've ever been in was at Prescott Hill Climb.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. I wouldn't be able to physically capable of doing it now, but it was absolutely, it really was like being in a Turkish bath.
Yeah.
Right, the green flag being waved at the back, and waiting for the red lights on the gantry on and out pretty quickly. So the car's heading off towards Copse Corner with the expectation that it'll be Steve McDermott to emerge in front from the outside line, but I'm sure William Sharp, like he was in the previous race, he led for the first few laps, didn't he? So maybe he's going to be able to do it again. Has he been sharp enough off the line?
Not quite this time. He's following McDermott. The two of them are making a great breakaway from Wills and Baker, cars 44 and 53. Then you've got Woodcock right there behind them. Everybody just piling into Beckett's. Sharp down the inside though through Beckett's, gets a really good exit, and he has taken the lead this time, so it's happened again. Car 2, the MGB, running very wide on the exit. That's Bainham, isn't it? He's run very wide on the exit but managed to recover, but it's a great fight for the lead with the two MGFs right behind.
Right, the car's heading down Wellington Straight and arriving, yes, the two of them similarly liveried. But you reckon that William Sharp took the lead?
Yes, he did for a second at least. But
right.
Sharp is the black car with orange bumpers. McDermott's is more orange all over, like an orangey red colour.
Well, they're coming through. It's 66 and 77, but that's the order then. 66 Sharp from 77 McDermott, chased by the distinctive coloured car Martin Wills. What over inside? That's lime green or yellow or what?
I'd say it's more green than yellow, yeah.
Okay, right, well it's in third place at the moment, so we'll have to talk about it. Into the pits has come car number 12.
Oh, is that one of the MGBs?
No, it looks like it's Nick Golhar's ZR, yeah.
Yeah, that's the black and yellow machine, is it not? But we're at the top four right together now, actually, and Baker is almost pushing Wills out of Beckett's. He's willing him along, you could say. And it looks to me, McDermott's car in a straight line is so quick. He's actually got a long side Sharp down the straight, despite not having that good a run off the corner. Oh, there's a big check up further back as well. Cars 9 and 71 losing out to the 39 Maestro. Go on, son. But they all filter out into line astern as they go down the straight.
And it's line astern for the first 5 places through Luffield at the end of the second lap. Again, a 20-minute race. The earlier race managed to squeeze 17 laps into its 20 minutes. So through they go with 66. William Sharp still leading, but Steve McDermott looking for a way to go, tries to do the dummy, sell him a dummy to the left, then to the right, but neither worked, and he's still in second place. Stuart McDermott as he turns into Copse Corner. Behind him is Wills, Baker, Woodcock in that leading group, with Stuart Plotnick in his MGF in 6th place, number 5.
Wills now actually challenging McDermott for 2nd place overall, and he's down the inside on the way into Beckett's, and he's going to get it done, you know. He's actually got it sorted out on the brakes. What can McDermott do in terms of a cutback, though? He's looking down the inside on the way out. Baker holds on ahead of Woodcock. But yeah, Wills has gone up into 2nd place, so he's taken that retirement from earlier, and he has bounced back big time.
They do say where there's a Wills there's a way, and it looks so he's found it.
Well, yeah, well, where's the Wills there's a way through at Beckett's, it seems.
Yeah, quite so. Anyway, they'll arrive at Brooklands in a moment on this 3rd lap, and so we've got William Sharp then leading the way, and a new 2nd place man in the very distinctive greeny shape of the MGF number 44 of Martin Wills. But he is coming under pressure from Steve McDermott, who doesn't like being passed by an MGF, I don't think. So he's about to repass if he can. He looks to the inside line, heading for Copse, but he can't do it. Behind them, we've got Baker and Woodcock locked in battle. And then Plotnick 6th, Walker 7th, Kendrick, Grant, Davis complete the top 10. Amphlett against Bainham hasn't yet really developed. Jim is still 5th in Class A. Way back.
Wills nearly ended up in Brackley. He went that wide out of Copse. Unfortunately, he's lost 2nd place now. McDermott back through. Sharp hasn't been able to run away while that's all been going on behind him, though. Then you've got Plotnick, Walker and Kendrick all together, the 2 Tigers either side of the MGX power liveried car. Great to see the 75 still going strong as well. You could say it's on fire, but that might be in bad taste. But he's going very, very quickly indeed, ahead of the number 3 MGZR of Olsen.
Yeah, he's in 10th place. The car that went on fire, Daryl Davis's car at the moment, number 75. Right, the Zeds are back in front, the 2 leading ZRs. After that little, what sounded like a bit of an error on the part of Martin Wills and Beckett. So through they come for the 4th time. Still it is 66, William Sharp leading 77, Steve McDermott. And then in 3rd place, Martin Wills. No change behind. Baker, Woodcock, Plotnick, Walker and Kendrick. No change there. 9th is Grant and 10th is Davis.
The leaders right together as they come towards me at Beckett's, but still Sharp holding on for now. Seems to go a bit deeper on the brakes. Speaking of going deep on the brakes, Wills back down the inside of Baker. Looks like Baker's tried to get him there, but no. Wills holds the inside line. Baker goes out wide, and through comes Woodcock as well, up into 4th place overall. Is he going to be able to get Wills on the exit? I do not think so. He's got him down the straight though. He's still in the slipstream. He might duck out at the last moment to look inside. It looked to me like he was moving over to the left. That's white ZR against the bright green MGF, Ian.
Okay, watch that for that. Watch also Jim Bainham's progress. He was 6th in class. He's now 4th and closing in on number 11, Chris Millard.
Yes, he is.
And so it looks like a typical Jim Bainham race 2021 style as opposed to 1980. Anyway, the leaders come through. 66 William Sharp, from 77 Steve McDermott. They've certainly got away now. I don't think they're going to be troubled by lurid green MGFs anymore, or yellow MGFs. What did we decide it was, green or yellow?
I'd say call it grello. A lot of people do when it's bright, sort of fluorescent like that.
Or
yeen. Grello. Yeen.
Ridiculous.
I like that.
Yeah, right. So okay. Woodcock's now in 4th place ahead of Baker. I think you both have said that.
Yeah, he's through, but then we've got the Tigers either side of number 83 Walker, still continuing to watch them from afar. Although, to be honest, for the lead, McDermott's got a really good run down the straight this time. I think he might be able to get it done.
I do like the fact that we've got Ashley Barnes in the race in his MG Midget, because MG Midgets do race quite regularly, and they were very popular cars in the 1960s. And it's good to have one representative of the MG Midget contingent up amongst the MGBs. And he's not in last place either.
No, he's doing a really nice job, actually. It's one of my favourite cars in the field. It really is a gorgeous looking machine. It's in a very choice colour, but a very bright one at that. It looks great.
Right, leaders have gone through, and there's a challenge being mounted now by Steve McDermott on the outside line going into Copse Corner, but William Sharp is pretty good at making that the widest MGZR available. It's driving down the middle of the road, and that makes it very difficult for a similarly paced car, Steve McDermott, to find a way past, but perhaps he's finding it at Beckett's.
He's not yet, no. Actually, Sharp's still in front. Ow, just stood on my headset cable, that's a good effort. Wills in third place has got Woodcock all over the back of him, though, and he's actually gone down the inside on the exit of Beckett's, and he's going to lose out by the look of it. And Baker's going to try and go with him. They're so close to making contact. Woodcock squeezing him over to the left-hand side. I think Wills had to get out of that. Now Woodcock moves to the right to defend from Baker.
Jim Bainham is now up to third in Class A, so he's passed. He's going tremendously, having not qualified terribly well. He's got ahead of Chris Millard, so you'll have number 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
he is here. He's got quite a distance over number 11 as well. He's really cleared him. Now he has to go after that gorgeous number 28 car Pollard, the green machine with the yellow roof.
Here come the leaders through Woodcote then for the 7th time. Remember, we're looking, based on the earlier race, at 17 laps in these 20 minutes. And Steve McDermott trying a left and right, or some would say every which way, to find a way past. But it's still Sharp from McDermott, I reckon. Woodcock is up to third, so Jack Woodcock is now third with his ZR, ahead of the leading MGF, the car Martin Wills.
Great stuff so far. Still no change to lead. Oh, we've got a car slowing down, and I don't think you're going to quite believe this, but I think it's the MG Midget.
Oh.
I think we've commentators cursed it.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
Oh no. It's a very small car that's parked in front of one of the marshal's posts just on the way down to Beckett's. What number is the MG Midget? It's number 59, isn't it? And I think
yes.
I can see it. Yeah, there was definitely a 5 on the number board as he opened the door, so I'm afraid its race is over.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's find some more fun somewhere. Not putting the commentator's curse on them, but Jim Bainham in pursuit of Christopher Pollard got the gap down to 4.2 seconds, but I think Pollard's aware of this. He's just done his personal best lap.
Well, he's on it now.
Leaders sifting their way past the slower cars. There was the red Paul Wisby MGF. They start to negotiate. They're way away now from Jack Woodcock in third place. They're heading into Copse Corner, and it is still Sharp from McDermott.
Good thing as well to note is that the green flag is after the car, which is pulled over on the left-hand side after Copse, so they might not be overtaking through Copse, but they can still go for it at Beckett's, and go for it in Beckett's. McDermott is doing. Sharp covers him off one way, then the other. Fantastic defending from Sharp at the moment. This is brilliant to watch. McDermott is giving it everything as Wills goes back down the inside of Woodcock as well for third place, but then loses it on the exit as Woodcock gets a cutback. This is fantastic battling here at the MG Owners Club.
So that's the battle for third, battle for the lead continues. Just waiting to see where the... Oh, they're the leaders through Brooklands in more traffic. The MGB's Amphlett, Pollard and Bainham. Sound like a firm of auctioneers there. Anyway, in 13th, 14th and 15th places.
Yeah, there's the gap's gone slightly down to Pollard, but Bainham not making too many advances at the moment. He's just gone a bit sideways out of Beckett's.
Here we go again then. Steve McDermott looking for both sides at once to find a way around William Sharp. But William Sharp pointing in the right way. He doesn't weave, he just makes sure his car is occupied. It's excellent defensive driving as well as fast driving, because he wouldn't be able to stay in front of him. He wasn't going quickly. But he's using the back markers to very good effect.
He is indeed, yeah. He's actually got a good 4 or 5 car lengths now over McDermott as they get to Beckett's. They lap the number 9 MGB. McDermott, though, he seems very, very quick at the midpoint of Beckett's. He's got that car pointing in exactly where he wants it. Woodcock looks safe ahead of Wills and Baker, and then the 2 Tigers are still either side. The 2 MGFs basically sandwiching the number 83 Walker MGZR.
I think that Jim Bainham's not going to be able to do it in this race. He's just gone through. He's dropping away a little bit from Christopher Pollard, who is closing up slightly on David Amphlett.
Car 8 is going slowly. I'm not sure if that's normal, but car 8 is the red MGF.
Yeah, it's been slow in this race. It's not normally that slow. Leaders come through Woodcote. Ahead of them is what I recognise as an MG Midget. Very definitely. The MG Midget is circulating. Is it where that car's still stationary, where you saw it stop?
Yeah.
Well, the Midget is definitely in the race. It's just been lapped by the leaders as they go into Copse Corner. And still it is Sharp from McDermott by nothing at all.
Oh, we've got the 15 car going very wide at Beckett's. I don't think that was for position with the number 70 Maestro. And you're right, the MG Midget has come into view, so apologies.
I know an MG Midget when I see one.
Wills has just popped his headlights on, so he's certainly on a mission right now. Now, the other orange car I had in the field, which was an MGB GT, was Carl Bate in car 71, and I don't see him on the timing screen, so I think it is him. He was in a great fight earlier with the other Bate in the previous race, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. They finished virtually side. Well, they were looking as though they finished side by side, but didn't they? Got a couple of cars between them.
Yeah. Now, apologies to any MG Midget fans that I potentially upset there, especially you, Ian. But
I've never owned one, but I've always thought they were rather nice little cars.
Oh yeah,
particularly the Frog Eye.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Which was not an MG, but it's the same car basically. So, except it had pop-up headlights.
Oh well, that just makes it instantly so much cooler. Pop-up headlights are brilliant.
Right, the leaders have gone through. And it is still William Sharp being challenged by Steve McDermott, but he can't find a way past. They've got another back marker to go with. I should explain, I know sprites don't have pop-up in the literal sense, but they're frog eye headlights that are sort of stuck on a height. Make the car look like a frog, the Mark 1 sprite.
Oh, Sharp and McDermott so close together as they go into Beckett's again. McDermott looking on the right-hand side. I am so impressed by the defensive display that we've got from William Sharp right now. It's amazing to see. McDermott gets a good run out of Beckett's though. Is he going to be able to do it this time? He's using the slipstream of the MGB Roadster in front of them. Pulls out to the right-hand side. It's the orange and black car defending from the black and orange car. No, the other way around. But they're still going into Brooklands again. I think McDermott's trying it around the outside.
And they're side by side, but going around the outside for the left-hander at Brooklands doesn't necessarily help for the right-hander coming up after that at Luffield. So I think it is still Sharp from McDermott, but the similar colours, not identical obviously, different design to some extent, but the colours are the same. It is 77 that leads now, so McDermott did do it. Steve McDermott now has the lead from William Sharp, who fought a good battle, and on that lap Steve McDermott also set the fastest lap of the race, 1:11.643, until Jack Woodcock came along and did a 1:11.597.
So Woodcock's on the move now as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff, but like you say, McDermott using the outside line at Brooklands, which gave him the inside for Luffield. It's hard to pull that off because you have to carry these outside line through Brooklands so well.
Who would you think has exceeded the track limits? Don't look at the screen.
Oh,
well, you have to now, haven't you?
Who was so exciting earlier? Was
Martin Wills.
Oh,
44. Yeah,
oh, he's got a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's got. So although he's running fourth, he isn't going to win the class because he's got right behind him, of course, 53 Mark Baker.
Yeah, he has.
On the track. After retiring from the early race. Black and white flag about track limits going out for car number 11, Chris Millard. I seem to remember he got the treatment in the early race as well.
Yeah.
How are we doing for time? 4.5 minutes to go.
Oh, that's flown by already.
It has. The leaders are just coming up to lap that MG Maestro that you're so keen on.
Oh, indeed, one of the two. Now, Amphlett still leads his class as well. He's right behind Davis in the MGF as well. And then we have Bainham still chasing down Pollard. They've got a lot closer together now, actually.
Fascinating little group just goes through an MGZR, an MGF and an MGB, showing the various decades of MG history. There were 3 abreast coming through Woodcote just then. Now the variety isn't quite the same here. You've got a ZR, 2 ZRs and MGB GT coming through side by side.
I see the group that you mean with the Tiger Stripes.
Now, that's right.
MGF, he's looking down the inside of Walker. Oh, he gives him a push. Oh, he's locked up the rear and he's lost it.
Oh.
He's gone completely around as the number 42 machine. That's Kendrick. He got very close to the back of Walker on the brakes. I think he actually hit Walker's car, and in just slamming on the brakes to make sure he didn't hit him any harder, he lost the rear end and did a complete 360, but he's carried on.
Right, Jim Bainham could catch, yes, the way he's going, he is closing up about half a second a lap on Christopher Pollard for second place in Class A, but he's not going to catch David Amphlett this time. Leaders through, how long have we got? 3 minutes. Leaders through, 14 laps completed by Steve McDermott and William Sharp, 1 second between them.
Great battling from all of them. Oh no, the Maestro looked a bit slow out of Beckett's and sounded very rattly.
What, a Maestro?
Yeah. it sounded like it wouldn't go into a gear of sorts. It was hitting the limiter.
Another new fastest lap to Steve McDermott at 1:11.487, takes the fastest lap back from Jack Woodcock.
Oh, I think Sharp is trying a bit too hard now to stay with him. You know, he's just had another one of his lockups in the right-hander at Beckett's, like he had in the first race.
Will you say that the Sharp's challenge is blunted?
It is, yeah. Indeed. I'm afraid it's not going the way he'd want it to at the minute. Just keeping an eye out. Okay, the 42 is still circulating, so he's not had any issues after the very scary moment that he had down here at Beckett's. Just over 2 minutes to go, so a couple more laps. I'll tell you what, 2 more laps in the books.
Well, we've got the leaders coming up now, and with a lap time such as, yes, 2 more laps after this one they're about to finish. But the gap, Steve McDermott, now that he has the lead, having really worked hard to get it, he's gradually easing away. 1.4 seconds is his lead now, and then we've got Jack Woodcock in 3rd place with his ZR number 24, and then after that Wills and Baker. But remember, Wills has a 5-second penalty.
Amphlett is now ahead of Davis as well, and Bainham is closer to Pollard. He's taken another couple of tenths out of him on the previous lap, although they both did their personal bests last time round, so Pollard has stepped his game up a bit. The 39 Maestro as well, that had the problem before, is still circulating, which is good, but at a reduced pace.
It gives you more time to admire it.
It does, yeah.
Yes. As it creeps past you.
Indeed. Well, the number 70 Maestro is going really well as well, obviously leading its class at the moment. That's Bates in 17th place. That's the white one with the blue MG branding down the side of it.
There's the Class leading MGB in Class A. David Amphlett goes through in 12th place. And Jim Bainham, a man on a mission, if only to get 2nd place rather than take 1st place. Over the line, onto their last lap, go the 2 leaders, McDermott and Sharp. The gap's up to 1.3 seconds now, but on that lap, William Sharp did the fastest lap of the race at 1:11.447. Still slightly slower than Steve McDermott's best lap in the earlier race.
Bainham was an entire second faster than Pollard on that previous lap, and he's right with him now as they've got to Beckett's.
Get out the Kleenex, the Maestro has come into the pits.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry to say that.
Bainham is really with Pollard, you know. He's so close, and I think, I rephrase that, I hope, for our sake, that the 2 leaders that are quite close behind them now will not catch them by the time they finish the race, because Bainham and Pollard will be the last 2 cars across the line, and we'll have a great scrap for the final position.
They were in the earlier race, I think, weren't they?
Yeah, they were,
They just missed out on being lapped.
This will be for the podium.
They are together as they come up to, although on that occasion it was Amphlett and Bainham, wasn't
yes,
it?
Yeah.
But they're coming through Luffield now. The leaders are the next ones to come out of the corner. I think the MGBs are going to just get through to do another lap as the leaders come through Woodcote. So off they go onto their final lap, still with Christopher Pollard in front, up to the checkered flag to win his 2nd race of the day. Steve McDermott wins then at the flag by 1.3 seconds from William Sharp, who fought such a good fight to hang on to the lead for as long as he did. The MGF situation for 4th place on the road is Martin Wills, number 44, finishing ahead of 53 Mark Baker, but as we know, unless it's rescinded, there is a 5-second penalty heading the way of Martin Wills. In 3rd place, the 3rd of the MGZRs, was Jack Woodcock. So then it's Wills and Baker. Stuart Plotneck takes 6th place. 7th, number 83, Phil Walker. How are the MGBs going?
You're not going to believe this.
Go on.
I think Pollard thought the race was over and the checkered flag was out for him. He's slowed down loads and Bainham's gone flying past him. Bainham's continued and Pollard has slowed down a lot.
I don't think it was... the flag was hovering, but it wasn't being shown. So I'm afraid, he's goofed.
Yeah, there was a lot of a pace difference between the 2 of them as they got to Beckett's. I think he realised just as he got down here that they were still racing.
Anyway, David Amphlett takes the flag to win Class A. There is Jim Bainham, number 2, in 2nd place. And 28 goes to now Christopher Pollard. Unless something went wrong with the car on that last lap and he missed a gear or something like that, but
it was some 6 seconds slower that lap.
It was a much slower lap, as you say. Cost him the place, so it wasn't a Silverstone type finish. Well, there we are, just to confirm the result. We haven't finished racing, of course, the supercars to come, but just to confirm the result of that MG Owners Club Lancaster Insurance MG Owners Club Championship race. A win for number 77, second win of the day for Steve McDermott with the MG ZR. Second, number 66, William Sharp, also in MG ZR, the gap at the flag 1.308 seconds. In third place, number 24, also in an MG ZR, Jack Woodcock. In fourth place, number 53, the first of the MGFs, the car of Mark Baker. In fifth place, number 5, Stuart Plotnick, MGF. In sixth place, number 44. So his penalty dropped him 2 places down to third in class, 6th overall for Martin Wills, number 44. In seventh place, number 83, Phil Walker's MGZR. In 8th place, number 42, Simon Kendrick's MGF. In 9th place, number 46, Mark Grant's MGZR. And in 10th place, number 3, Adrian Olsen with his ZR. 11th place.
Well, that was another thrilling race, wasn't it, for the MG Owners? But it was a familiar tale in the end, wasn't it? Steve McDermott getting the win. He's made it a double bubble this weekend, but he's straight over to Will Sharp as well. Let's
once you get past,
let's just grab the guys and have a quick word with them, shall we? Just let them get the helmets and just listening, having a bit of chat amongst themselves, which is nice to see, isn't it? And it's all smiles around, though, I have to say.
Completely different.
Well, in fact, no, stay here. We've got to pay, because you two have been dicing all afternoon, haven't you? But Steve just managed to get it done once again.
Yeah, like a few laps to the end. I thought Will was going to have it, because it's really hard to get past when it's so close. And it's so tight. But what a brilliant race.
It was fantastic. We just couldn't quite keep it behind.
Mine wasn't quite so good because I came second, but apart from that, it was a brilliant race, really entertaining. Man, it was a bit reminiscent of Brands earlier in the year, where I'd got in front, then as I was plonk on the apexes and kind of slow him and try and get out. But once he was past, it's just difficult.
You two,
and he doesn't make any mistakes. That's the problem.
No ties.
But really enjoyable, and I do actually. That's the best race I've had at this track, I think.
Yeah, it was great to watch. It really was. And Steve, you said after the first race, tyres actually stayed pretty good. In fact, came quite good at the end. Is that the case here?
No, it didn't. No, it worked the other way. They sort of started going towards the end, but and then Will started catching, and I don't know who was pushing. I see him like going for it, but I held on.
How going into the complex, each of those times was just shows you can do it. You can get around neck and neck, side by side, without anybody touching you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just
there were so many times where there's been other drivers that he would have just given me a little push out the way a little bit, and he'd have been on his way and gone. But it was proper entertaining race, and hats off to him.
Fantastic stuff, guys. Congratulations to pair of you. Fantastic. Let's see if we can grab a quick word with Jack as well. Jack Woodcock coming home in third. Jack, congratulations. That was very entertaining from where we were. How was it from where you were?
I had the best seat, didn't I? I was just watching them go. I started 6th behind some of the TF, so by the time I got past them.
What were you thinking? Because they were getting very close. Were you thinking, hang on, if something goes here, I'm straight through?
I knew I was far enough front of fourth that I could have hung back, but I was thinking, I'm going to stay close enough, because if something happens, I could capitalise on it. But they both did well and didn't make a mistake.
Podium's pretty good though. Congratulations.
Yeah, Thank you.
Well done. It's almost time for the next race. Just before we go, just look at these clouds over here. Are we about to get a deluge here? This could be the question for the supercars. I actually think we might avoid it, but who knows? They've got a bit of a decision to make. Do they go wet or do they stay dry? I would stay dry, but hey, what do I know?